Yeah, there isn't a day that, won't go by that when I go online and do a review for a recent issue of Sonic the Hedgehog, that some people will get on my case about certain things that I'm saying. But to me, I go by by the Constitution that we have the freedom to speak and say what's on our minds, despite what some people may say. And for me, one of the most important things I like to talk about, is what's going to happen next. I love doing my reviews, for the comic book and and for the stories that are within the issue. But I also like to try to, give my own opinions on what I believe might happen. I've been a Sonic fan, a fan of the comic book since it basically came out. It first came out in 1993. And I've been a subscriber to the comic book, since basically issue 72. And I'm going on my 100th, issue in my subscription in the next couple of months. So, for me, I'm just giving, like I said, my own opinion on what I believe might be happening in the future. One of the things a lot of people don't understand about, some of the things I say, is I say it out of experience, because I've seen it done not just in Sonic the Hedgehog, but in other comics as well. And one of the things I talk about, most importantly, is the situation, the relationship, on and off, fling, if you will, that Sonic and Sally have for each other. And the reason I like to talk about that a lot is because I've seen it, as I mentioned, in other comic book continuities as well. I've seen it in Spider-Man, I've seen it in X-Men, I've seen it in Superman, Batman, and whatnot. And to me, there's a lot of similarities or inspirational similarities being used in the comic book, in the relationship, if you will, of Sonic and Sally. And I know there's a lot of fans out there that even if it's not me, but someone else that mentions Sonic and Sally's relationship, they'll get on those people's cases and say, hey, you're not supposed to say that here in this certain form. This is supposed to be about reviewing. You're not supposed to turn it into a relationship topic. Well, to me, if it wasn't for the relationships of not just Sonic and Sally, but let's say Bunny and Antoine, and Knuckles and Julie Sue, and Ash and Mina, and Tails and Fiona, that there wouldn't be a comic book. There wouldn't be, adventures for these characters to go on, if not for some of these relationships. And I believe people have to start realizing that. Now, I know that there's a lot of fans that are hoping, like myself, that, Sonic and Sally do get back together. But then we also realize that there are fans out there that don't want them to get back together because they feel that kills the comic. Well, let me ask the fans this. Did it kill the comic when they were together? In the earlier issues? No. Did it kill the animated series when they were together? No, it didn't. What kills the series in regards to the relationship is the fans' negative reaction to it. And they gotta realize this is what helps build the comic book to what it is today. I know there's a lot of fans out there that, kind of got